show that's breaking all the rules. Started out from VA and now we on the move from local to global, cause we got something to prove. We came from the bottom, now we at the tippy top to hold it down for our people, cause we all we got. It's a cold, cold world, but we keeping it hot. With our future on the line, ain't no time to stop. All work over here, still we having fun. Yeah, we say it like it is, ain't no holding our tongue. Go get us on the team, yeah, we getting it done. And shout out to Travell, yo, you number one. It started with a dream that turned into a vision. To educate new generations is our mission. Ears to the streets, yeah, we steady politicking. If it ain't about to change, mind your business.
Now wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. Wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. Now wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. We top six like we all up on the ground with it. Now wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. Now wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. Now wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. We top six like we all up on the ground with it.
Yo, what up? This your boy Super K from Super Sound Lounge, rocking with your favorite podcast, Wait Again a Minute, listed on all platforms, iTunes, Google Play, Tidal, Spotify. Y'all already know the vibe. Tune in.
Welcome to another episode of Wait Again a Minute podcast. Today is Tuesday, June the 21st, 2022. And tonight we have another, you know what? I already can feel it. It's going to be another fire episode tonight. And y'all know why? Because we have the Amber Hurley in the building.
Yes.
So, Miss Go Getter, how was your day?
It was good.
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
And what about you, Amber? How have you been doing?
Today was great. I'm excited.
Excited?
I knew I was looking forward to coming here this evening. So,
so that was your big excitement.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh,
And
okay.
Tuesdays is always like my favorite day. Like,
Why?
It's just been my favorite day since day one. Like Tuesday. You know how like some people look forward to like the weekend.
Uh-huh.
So I always look forward to a
No,
Tuesday.
but see, you know what though? I just thought about it.
What's
I said
up?
before we came on. Today is like one of the best days of your life. Did you know that?
I guess I'll take that. Can you explain?
Because you are in the building. You are. You are sitting with Wait Again.
You're sitting next to me.
Absolutely, Miss Go
Okay.
Getter.
Let's go get it. No.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
That's what it is.
Why
Okay.
you try to throw that in there?
Because that's what it is.
Okay. Well, anyway.
You're excited, right, Amber?
I'm super excited.
Because you sit next to me, right?
Yes, let's
Oh,
get
okay.
let's get to
Okay,
it. Let's
okay.
get to
Right,
it.
right. So, introduce yourself to our viewers and listeners, Amber.
So my name is Amber Hurley. I specialize in marketing, promotion, and event planning. I manage a group of entertainers by the name of High Def. They're literally like the biggest dance sensation that's came out of Virginia. I own a clothing line by the name of Ambition and Hustle. It's up and coming streetwear. Like, you guys stay tuned. A lot of big things are coming from Ambition and Hustle. And then I also just started my nonprofit, Youth Matters Global. That's my baby.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the Youth Matter Global.
So Youth Matters Global is a nonprofit that, like I say, is definitely in its baby status. But it's literally like I want to build up youth leaders all around the world. And I want to pretty much create a safe space where they can showcase their talent and then their skill sets. I don't feel like there's enough platforms for the youth. You have a lot for like our peers, but for the youth, it's nowhere for them to literally like get their time to shine. So I want to create that space, but all around the world.
Okay, so that's where the global come in at.
Yes, everything global.
I know that's right. Amber Hurley Global. Okay. So I know you said your nonprofit is a baby, right?
Yes.
So have you started any type of event as of yet?
So as far as the youth goes, I've been like in the practical field. Like, I've always did major events for the youth, like the last 10 years. But as far as Youth Matters Global, it literally just got incorporated last month. So I'm working on my programming right now. I'm super excited. We got some major things in store for the people, for the youth, more importantly. But that's when I say baby, I just started it.
Okay, you just started. Okay.
Yes.
So when you brought Lele into the city, right? That was that part of your like an introduction to your nonprofit? Because that was about a month ago now too, right?
Yep. So actually, with the Lele concert, I literally introduced it to the people that particular day.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
but
it was almost like a
but it wasn't ran under the nonprofit.
Right,
That was
right.
a for-profit.
right,
Yes.
right. I'm sure it was for profit. It was for good profit. I'm sure it
But
was. But
I
it was an
was-
introduction though to let them know
absolutely.
about what you bring in with your nonprofit
Absolutely.
because it was a lot of youth at that event too.
Yes, it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal.
Okay.
That's good. Okay,
Yeah.
so tell us a little bit about, I want others to know who you are too. But for me, I want to get to know who you are as well because it seems like you're this big deal in a little body. Like your statue is small, right?
Right.
But your presence is big.
Man, that's crazy you say
Right,
that because
'cause
I
everybody
feel
know.
that same way though.
Yeah.
I
know
feel
why.
like I'm like 5'1",
Uh-huh.
but I feel about 6'5".
Why is that?
I just
And
don't
when the word
know.
just sit here and laugh like that.
I
6'5".
promise you, like I feel real
So
colossal.
you feel like a big deal yourself?
Yeah, like no cockiness with it. I just know I cover a lot of ground and I mean
Ain't no way.
to
Y'all, she's not joking either. She for real.
I'm
She is
really
so
serious. Like because I do know I'm 5'1", so
Yeah.
to the average eye, it's like, oh, look at her,
Yeah.
But they just don't know what comes with her.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So
So what comes with her, the 5'1" Amber Hurley, as we refer to you as the Amber Hurley?
I like that. I don't know. I just I'm my authentic self.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? I never I mean, since before I could even remember, like I just never wanted to be a part of like I was always like the underdog. So I
Mhm.
kind of had to work
Oh,
myself up.
okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
I said, oh, okay. No, I was saying, oh, okay, because I understand when you were saying about the underdog.
Yeah, like
Because-
I've always been the underdog,
Mhm.
But when you love yourself,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
like none of that really matters. You get
Mhm.
what I mean?
Right.
Because and when you believe in yourself,
Mhm.
none of that really matters. You get what I mean? And I always wanted to create my own lane. And at one time, like when I first started out, I really didn't know what I was doing when I was doing it. I was just kind of making it happen.
Mhm.
And I kind of grew into my own lane.
Because you started out as a promoter in the clubs, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, you did a little
So-
research. Okay. Okay.
She gets so funny.
Yes, I started
so-
in 2008.
Oh, okay.
Can you do the math on that?
Oh, and that was a few years ago. Yeah. Mhm.
Sure, a few years ago.
That's about all I got for you. But okay, so you started in 2008 in the clubs, but what led you there? Like, how did you become 6'5"? You know what I'm saying? The feeling of 6'5". So what led you to wanting to do the promotions in the club, and now you're feeling like you are the 6'5" or the big deal or the Amber Hurley? How did that form?
Okay, good question. So, honestly, when I was in high school, I hung with like a group of females. It was like 6 of us.
Mhm.
And we had wanted to go out of town our senior year. So what we did was we came up with an idea. It was like, hey, well, we want to go to Florida, so let's throw a party because we always went to parties like throughout our high school career and whatnot. So I found the building,
Mhm.
and it was like a little clubhouse, and we all put in it was like $300.
Okay.
So we all put in like $30-$40, and we
Mhm.
locked in on the clubhouse. And once we threw our first event, like I said, it was like 6 of us. It was like extremely successful. Like, I mean, we put in $40 max and we walked away with like $450 a piece, which that's a lot of money
Yeah.
at 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
So what happened from there, like we did another one, and instead of it being 6 of us, it was like 4 of us. So we had to put in more money at that time. But when we put in more money, we packed it out and we got more money in return. So again, I didn't know what I was doing. So I came back around and I was like, hey, y'all, let's do another party. And they're like, no, I don't want to do it. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I end up going in by myself. But at that time, I didn't really have a capital to do so. So my sister, she literally invested in my party, the one I did by myself. She gave me the $1,000 to rent out the venue. And when she rented out, she did that. it ended up doing what it did, and it was a success. And from there, it just kind of, I went to college. I went to Virginia State. I ended up
Oh,
linking
man.
up with the Kappas and the
Mhm.
Sigmas. I've never been scared to like approach people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm 19 years old, and my cousin, shout out to Jay Whitaker, he was a Sigma, and he was at Virginia State. He was like going into his senior year, and me and my niece were freshmen, and he came in and he put us on to like everybody. So about midway through the first semester, I ended up linking up with the Sigmas. I did an event, just Amber Hurley and the Sigmas, like I did a joint venture with them, and then I later did one with the Kappas. So that was a different scenario because again, we talking about thousands of people
Right.
now. You get what I mean?
Right.
And they both were successful. And just to fast forward, I ended up, unfortunately dropping out of school. Because again, I was seeing the dollar. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I dropped out of school and I came back home and I started doing like renting out venues. And at that point, I really didn't even know that I was called a promoter. Like I remember one day having a conversation with somebody and it was like, "Hey Amber, like what you do?" And I was like, "Man, I just rent out clubs and pack them out."
Short and sweet. Oh, I just
Yeah.
went out the club and packed it
And
out.
so he was like, "Oh, you're a promoter." I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'm a promoter." And then it was just like all she wrote from there. But with that, it was a lot of trials and tribulations. I mean, because chasing money is never like the best thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We all get caught up chasing money. You get what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's true.
But it showed me a lot at an early age. Cause you gotta think like my target audience at that time was my peers.
Right.
So I'm 18, 19, 20, renting out the venues and just telling my peers, like, "Hey, y'all, come," because they want to come. Like,
Right,
this,
right, right.
they don't come to my party, they're gonna go to the next person's
Right.
party. And again, like when you say a big deal, like so in high school I played basketball, right? So I started as a freshman, sophomore.
5'1", so you were what?
5'1".
Guard, a shooting guard, point guard.
Point guard.
Point
You
guard,
already
yeah, that's
know.
right.
Like,
Yeah, I
where
can
you
say
think
you-
I get
yeah, you
this
a little short.
general mentality from?
Yeah.
How you think I could see the floor the way I see the, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was a
got you.
general, like,
Yeah, I'm
you know.
feeling it.
And it's funny that you even say that because, I always tell my team and just when I'm talking to like the youth, I still take that same mindset when I was playing basketball.
Mhm.
I still apply that to day-to-day life.
Okay.
You get what I'm
As
saying?
you should, though.
Yeah.
As you should, yeah.
So I feel like right now I'm in a unique position, because granted I was a point guard in high school, but now it's like I'm a coach and I build up dream teams around me.
Right.
But if somebody get injured or hurt, in real life, I gotta hop in the game. Like I have a unique position. I could just hop in and fill in whatever position needs to be filled, even if it's the center. Because in my mind, I'm 6'5".
Oh yeah. So you was having that daydream type of thing of you being 6'5", even back in school.
No, I had to work for my position back then.
No, I'm just saying you still had the mindset.
Oh yeah.
of
No,
being
seriously,
6'5".
I felt like nobody could take the ball from me. Like I was never the fastest. I never could shoot the best. But one thing I could do is protect the ball.
Yeah.
You get what I
Okay,
mean?
okay.
And to this day, that's how I feel like I'm gonna forever protect the ball. And when if I get in a corner and they boxing me in or they trapping me, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pivot.
Right.
And in real life, pivoting is, rebranding yourself, revamping,
Right.
reflecting, and just making sure that, you protecting that ball at whatever cost. And that's what I do. And I just get the ball and try to get it to the player that's gonna finish the shot.
Right.
You
So-
know, hold on, Miss Go Get It. I'm sitting here looking at Amber, right?
What's up?
And she have a big hoop earrings on and her bucket hat and her hair. Well, watch from the side, she's looking like Missy.
Real Missy
yeah.
vibes.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's true. I can see that too.
Yeah, like she my idol. Like I pray like sooner than later, like God aligns us. I know that it's in the 6 degrees radius. It has to be because I know some amazing people.
Right.
And
Right.
somebody gotta know her to align the situation. But I can't wait till that day. You know what
What
I'm
would be a
saying?
reason why you want to meet Missy?
So many reasons. I mean, from one, she from VA, like
Mhm.
she from Virginia, um, and she has a backstory. Everybody tends to like zoom in on the success
Right.
end of everything. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
nobody never really tunes into the struggles to get that
Exactly.
person to where they at. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So like she has a backstory, and more importantly, like my positioning right now, like I manage the hottest, the dopest group of young men,
Mhm.
in this area. So my goal is to get them to someone of her caliber.
Right.
That's
You
Right.
right.
get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Mhm.
because as a manager, you know, Missy has the ultimate exposure. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? And I that would just be like a dream come true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For me and
Okay,
for
so
them.
if this is a dream come true for you and for them, right? Okay, so if you had opportunity to talk to her right now, what would you actually say to her?
So if I could talk to her right now, I would just let her know, our situation. Like honestly, like high def alone, like I couldn't ask for a better combination of young men, to be honest. You get what I mean? Like
Okay.
they are it. You get what I mean? So, and I'm not saying that because I manage them. I'm not saying that because, you know, they are me. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it because they are it. And I mean, I really wouldn't even have to say too much. I would just have to be in the room with her and with them. And, we more so, I always tell them we don't really have to do that much talking because you just show her. I would show her what's up,
Okay.
and show her that at the end of the day, we the home team and she's never put nobody on.
From the home team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you get what I mean? Like
Yeah.
she's never put nobody like, especially, and then the thing about them, they're a group. You get what I mean? It's three of
Mhm.
them.
Right.
And yes, they do like individual things and stuff of that nature. But at the end of the day, I know that God put me in position to be the glue. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Make sure that everything sticks. And it's so funny, like, because now we just fast forward in August. I've been managing them for 5 whole years. And
Wow.
it don't feel like five
Don't feel like
years.
5 years.
No, sir. It don't feel like five.
So I know you just mentioned about like with Missy having struggled with her success. At this point, do you feel like you reach your success or you close to it? Like what was your struggles to actually get you there or get you to where you are now to be the Amber Hurley? Because I've been with you several places.
Right.
And
We definitely
I've
cross
heard people
paths.
like, oh, that's Amber Hurley, or even just coming up here, almost a lot of people mention your name.
Oh wow.
Like your name is mentioned a
Thanks,
lot.
y'all. Thanks, y'all.
So it's like, what struggles or what have you been through? Like when you was growing up, was being a promoter or being a manager or anything in the entertainment industry? Because even being a promoter and doing the parties and stuff, that's still, entertainment. You're entertaining people.
Yes.
So did you have that vision like, hey, I want to do something in that industry? Like what was your goal initially?
Ooh, definitely struggles. Absolutely. Still struggle to this day. I mean, honestly, being an entrepreneur is not really like a clear blueprint or
Right.
layout. You get what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
That's
It's
right. Yeah.
it's really
Exactly.
what you make it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You feel me? And um I think me, I think I understand, and it's funny because I just recently watched a video pertaining to this, but I understand the process.
Mhm.
I understand nothing happens overnight. I understand, like, I mean, struggle. I mean, if you just fast forward, I mean, rewind to my upbringing. Like,
Mhm.
I didn't. My mother and my father were absent. You get what
Mhm.
I'm saying? My
Mhm.
sister gained custody of me when I was 7 years old, and she had 3 kids of herself, of her own, and she later had a fourth. So,
Mhm.
and she didn't make no excuses. You get what I'm saying? She made
Mhm.
sure her sister, which my sister's 17 years older than me, so she made sure that I didn't go in nobody's system. So for that
Okay.
alone, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Right. Right.
just to be able to accept that, it's like, and still not use that as a burden. Like, oh,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like I never
Mhm.
used that. Like, oh, this is.
Mhm.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like growing up, I had a little attitude problem. I'd be alive if I said I didn't. But once I like got introduced to basketball, I had to pretty much put myself in a position that I was available to my team. I couldn't get in trouble no more because
Right.
of like talking back to a teacher. I always
Right.
made great grades, but I couldn't get in trouble or sacrifice. I would have to sacrifice like everything so I can make sure I was on that court and being there for my team. And for any parent out here, what I will say is just make sure your kids is active, because that plays like it plays that's a major key.
Yeah.
You feel
that's
me?
true.
Like, and the earlier the better. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
You have to make sure they're active. So my sister just made sure we were all active. So I'm forever grateful for that. So again, the struggle of just being like growing up without a mother and a father. So like going to all these teacher parent conferences with my sister, and they identifying like, okay, so where's her mom? And you know,
Oh
it
yeah.
it was a big deal. And I didn't really realize it to my later age. Like I really felt abandoned, you know what I'm saying? But I couldn't explain that at
Right, at
7,
that
8
time.
years old.
Articulate that,
Yeah,
yeah.
I couldn't articulate that.
Although
at that
your
time.
sister was there, you felt like she
Yeah.
really wasn't the one that's supposed to be there.
Absolutely. I was grateful for her.
Right.
Still am to this day, but I knew that that wasn't it. You know, like going to basketball games, and then you got to think she got 4 kids of her own plus her sister. Like at this, she's a single parent, so she's constantly working day in and day out to provide for us.
Right.
So like playing basketball and you know just being active and not having that support like always in the stands, it was just like dang man, you know.
Like dang, like
So is it just you and your sister?
Yeah, on my mom's side, yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and we 17 years apart, and like that's my everything, you know. And we recently just lost our mom. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a year in August, and you know it's something that we deal with daily. You get what
that's
I
how I was
mean?
going to ask you. Yeah, like being that your mom wasn't there for you growing up, right?
Right.
But now she is physically no longer here.
Okay.
Like, how are you mentally processing that?
Oh, okay. So, I mean, we kind of going everywhere with this, but she wasn't there from 7 years old to 18. Like she would come in and out,
Okay.
but she wasn't like she didn't. I never stayed with her. Like I would stay with my sister, and she'll come visit.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
But when I turned 18, you know, she had like a heart surgery. And I just remember, you know, just going to see her in the hospital, and I'm like, Lord, if you just extend her time, like I'm gonna make sure we get it right. You get what I mean? Because you gotta understand, like growing up, it was times I was like, oh, if something happened to her, I just won't even feel nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta understand where I was at. But then when I seen her in that hospital, it was just like, dang, if we lose her right now, like I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Right.
You know? So what he did was he kept her. You get what I mean? So when I was 18, she went on and she got herself right, and she left the drugs alone. She left everything alone. And from the time I was 18 to she passed when I had turned 34, 4 days before she passed, and she got it right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She got it right, and
So
I
that
was
was a long
able
time.
to forgive her for being absent. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And that's a big deal.
Yeah,
Like
it
for real,
is.
for real. So we actually had established a relationship and a bond out of this world. You get what I mean? You would have
Okay.
never, like the average person who just like seen us in the last 17 years, they'd be like, they would think she was there the whole
Always
time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like and I'm just forever grateful that he extended her time and allowed us to get it right
To get it
together.
right.
You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? And when I say she got it right, she got it all the way right.
But
Oh, well, that
that's-
was
And,
good
like
though.
seriously, like she like
you got it
a
right.
wealth of love.
Right.
Yeah, like
But that's what God does. He like he's definitely a miracle worker.
absolutely.
So and I'm grateful that and thankful that you guys were able to have that time to get it together.
Right.
Mhm.
So let's fast forward a little bit. Okay, so
Okay.
now we're back to you promoting.
Okay.
You're around and you're standing above everybody out in the crowd, even though you're probably the shortest one there.
Mhm.
But what made you, because you're not doing it now, correct?
What promotion?
Promoting, yeah.
So I'm not doing nightlife
Nightlife
promotion.
promotion, okay.
Yeah, I mean everybody has to elevate. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And to be honest, it was more of a hustle.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? And I'm only getting older, and with age, I hope you get wiser.
Right.
So, I just use my platform for what it is now. You get what I mean? I'm not I, I just don't want to chase no more. If
Okay.
anything, I want the money to chase me. I don't want
That's
to chase
right.
the money.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because after a while, I feel like you're running in circles.
And that's what you essentially are doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And the money is good in the nightlife promotion. I mean, you got to think I was a pioneer. So I had a head start, I would consider, over people that's just hopping on 5-10 years ago. Because just to answer the
What?
question earlier, 2008, now we in 2022. That's like 15 years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So do you feel like in 2008 everything was a little bit better? It was easier
It
to
wasn't
do
easier.
promotions?
It wasn't easier because everything was
So what you think the difference is now in 2022 versus 2008?
well, the difference is for one, it's not as many venues.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not as many venues. And then it's kind of oversaturated
Oh yeah.
for what it
definitely.
is.
It is, but at the same time, I always wonder why most clubs don't last longer than 3 to 5 years or so. It's like they'll be popping. Then
Mhm.
all of a sudden they're gone within 3 to 5 years. It's like
It's
I don't
honestly,
understand
it's the people though. It's not
Mhm.
even. I mean, the club owners. You got to think they're making the initial investment,
Right.
so they're never going in saying, "Hey, we only got 3 to 5 years to do this."
Right. No, they don't.
You get
But
what I'm
that's how
saying?
it
But they
goes.
going in like, okay, this is what this area is lacking, or this is
Mhm.
my vision, so I want to bring it to life. But it's more so like the people, I mean, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
They just can't get it right. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
but then
saying?
that brings it back to when you say they like, oh, this is my vision, this is what the area is lacking. Then it's almost like they're doing the exact same thing as the other clubs because they're attracting the same type of
Yeah, and in
crowd
a lot of situations, this is like these venues they'll close down and just reopen under a different
under a
name
different name.
Yeah.
and
A lot of
different
them do that.
management. You know what I'm
But
saying?
the
It
same
ain't.
owner.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm just excited for what my future holds. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful for God allowing me to, um, I wouldn't change nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't change nothing. I feel like my database is what it is because of how early I started and how well I really like, because to me character plays a major
Right.
is a major key as well. So the way you treat people,
Mhm.
like you said earlier, like everybody be like, oh, Amber, but it's like I treat people well. You get what I'm saying? I treat people the way I want to be treated.
Right.
And I'm just literally my authentic and organic self. I'm not trying to be nobody else. Even though people are like, oh, she has similarities, she look like Missy. I've never tried to be Missy.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I always just be Amber Hurley, and I just feel like right now, I wouldn't say I'm in my prime, but I just know it's my time.
It's your time to shine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you did how long did you do promotions though? I know you've been with High Def now for 5 years.
Yeah,
So
like my timeline add up real crazy. So, all the way up until last year, I came into 2022 like God set me down. And he was just like, Amber, like if you do it your way, you're gonna keep doing what you're doing. But if you do it my way, I got you. Like, so I had to listen to him.
Yeah. Okay.
And I mean, it feels good. Like, what will we in June? So we halfway through the year.
Yeah.
And I can literally say that I ain't did no nightlife in 6 months. And that's a big deal for somebody like myself.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because, I sacrificed because if I don't know not how to do anything, I know how to get $1. So to know how to get it and just you can't do it that way no more, it was a real sacrifice for me.
Yeah. So now you're doing it a different way. So now you're
Absolutely.
learning. So basically you're learning how to do it a different way. So
Yes.
therefore it might take you a little longer to get the dollar that you're used to getting because you have to kind of like reset your mind. Okay,
Mhm.
we can't do it that way. Let's do it this way.
Yep, that. But also, when you do it his way,
It comes a little easier.
he got you.
I don't,
Mhm.
you know what though? I beg to differ. I don't know if it comes a little easier. I
Yeah.
think when he does it his way, I think personally sometimes I be like, now God, now you know we could do this a little faster another way. But I think he take us through some things so
Yeah.
that when we get to where we want to go, we
We're
appreciate
ready
it
and we
more,
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
we're able to hold on to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the average person can't go into a new year, and not make $1
Yeah,
Mhm.
for 5 months. The average person.
that's
Right.
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 More than average.
Exactly. Mostly
Yeah.
everyone.
So I can say, and he's my witness. I went into this year
Mhm.
without making $1
Mhm.
for 5 months, and it was like the gift and the curse, because it was just like I'm so used to doing stuff my way, so I would still live my lifestyle the way I was living it.
Mhm.
So anybody in business, anybody who know money, like, you can't spend money if you're not making it the way you're
Right.
spending it.
Mhm.
So I was
Right.
still spending it like I was making it. And then I caught myself in the midst, and I went on and like slowed it down. But when it was my time, it was like more so like a lump sum. You
Mhm.
get what I'm
Okay.
saying? So it
Okay.
made up for the last 4-5 months.
Right.
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 So now I'm in a position where I just got to make sure that um I'm planning strategically
That's
to
right.
do something similar to that, 2 to 3
Mhm.
times a year.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
And you know what? And being that you do have that hustle mentality, and I do agree with you when you said that, you know, um, all of what your background, all what you've been through, actually helps you to where you're going now. You know, so
Absolutely.
that you know that you can make that dollar and you can make things shake, so
Right.
to speak,
For
or
sure.
whatever. So, what is in the future for the Amber Hurley?
I mean, it's all, God, like whatever he, calls me to do. It's not about me no more. I did it my way.
Okay.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I got some stuff like this in the works,
Mhm.
that's major. But again, I'm just letting him ordain all my steps, because what he has in store for me, like, I had a meeting yesterday. You get what I mean? And I was coming up with my packaging for my business.
Right.
And I'm talking to my coach at the time, and she's like, I'm giving her the number I want. She's like, everything I did, she put extra on it. Like, I'm still like, and it was crazy because I'm like, dang, I wanted to say that, but I ain't want to, I ain't
Yeah.
want to say no 6'5" number and don't get no clients. But she
Yeah.
like, Amber, you're proven. Everything is proven,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So every number I said, she said double. And it just made me feel good.
Yeah. That's good though.
Yeah, it really made me feel good. And I mean, my work alone. So I've never been a person who could, like, again, I'm managing a dance team, but I've never been a dancer. I've never been a
A manager?
rapper. I never been so manager, yes, because um many people know me from working from Foot Locker as
Well,
well.
I'm talking about a manager of like entertainment, a group.
So one thing about management
Mhm.
is, if you can manage a shoe store,
Mhm.
if you can manage a clothing store, if you can manage an ice cream parlor, you can manage a group.
Right.
You can manage a business.
Right.
You can manage. It's the same skill set.
Mhm.
It's just how you apply it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just based off the product and the service.
Exactly.
So, and again, that was a part of my process.
Mhm.
Working a full-time manager at Foot Locker. And the reason why I thank God daily for high def is because I was, to be honest, I was looking for an escape route. I didn't no longer want to be full-time at Foot Locker anymore. I just didn't know what was next for me.
Right.
And he aligned us, and it came in my life, and I had to choose. So of course I chose them. So I put my 2 weeks in to step down, and we've been rocking and rolling ever since. And then it hasn't been easy. Like, it hasn't. Like,
That's
I
like
done
the
hit
last
rock
year.
bottom a few times,
Right.
like underneath the damn rock. Like, Like for real, like
But I think that all plays along with anything that you're doing. You're an entrepreneur and
Yeah.
you're working for yourself. That all goes along because one minute you can be up, the next minute you can kind of be down. Then you have to
Yeah.
regroup, get it back, and then build it
yeah,
back
like the
up.
sacrifices be real
Right.
though. Like people,
They
I
don't
swear,
understand.
people would be like even to this day, they be like, oh yeah, like you say, Amber Hurley. So I'm excited because it's like, okay, yeah. But at the end of the day, like, y'all, you gotta be willing to lose it all.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like
Mhm.
I done lost it all, a
Mhm.
few times. You get what I
Yeah.
mean? And every time you get in that position, you be like, Lord, this ain't gonna happen no more. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. You
So,
be like, yeah, I done heard that before.
Yeah,
But
but
let me get you out of it. But I heard it before. Let's do it. You gotta do it another way now.
yes, but
Yeah.
it's like now, I'm just grateful. And I just use all my past experiences and I just pour into the youth. I pour into high def, I pour into my nieces and nephews, and
Mhm.
I just don't. I always try to be that person that I always wanted in my life.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
it's
growing up.
personal.
Yeah,
You know what
it
I'm saying?
is.
It's personal. And I always tell them like we not on like everything we do is like we're on a mission. Like we
Mhm.
don't have no motives. You can't have no motives. You have to when you're doing this type of business, you have to have like a pure heart. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
and I always just try to have best intentions for any and everything I do. I don't never try to, you know what I'm saying? I'm never trying to get over
Mhm.
at all because I don't got time to be looking behind my back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because people don't realize whatever you put out,
That's
good
what
or
you get
bad,
back.
Oh, absolutely.
it has a return
That
on it.
karma is real,
It
good
is.
and bad.
It is.
Absolutely, it is.
And
So it's best to go ahead on and have the good come back versus the bad. Because
absolutely.
when the bad come back, it comes back,
But I
baby.
think when you have
Yeah.
a personal, when your intentions are personal, you don't have those thoughts.
Oh nah.
Right.
It isn't like you're trying to be, put somebody else down. You're trying to accomplish something for you, so you're constantly looking forward. You're not, sidetracked with the craziness on the side.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, character, y'all.
Yeah.
Character. Like that's the biggest thing. That's what I look at most. Like that's the reason why I rock with High Def the way I do because
Yeah.
they have like their character is everything. Their personality.
They
They're
have nice
well
personality.
mannered. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're very respectful.
Yeah.
Now, I like the way that I was even telling Miss Go Get, I think it was yesterday or the day before, how they feed off one another.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and it doesn't seem
the
forced.
chemistry. It's chemistry.
It is,
It's
absolutely, it
chemistry.
is.
You know, and it's just funny to me because again, like I just met, like we met in August, and we just hopped in bed together pretty much. Like
Right.
you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Okay.
it was just like they're my group. You know what I'm saying? And
Stay
and
right
I'm
there,
gonna
Amber.
do.
Stay right there. Now,
Okay.
how is it you guys hopped in the bed together and it was just a fit? Because I know a lot of people tag on you for a lot of different things, and it's always no, oh, I can't.
Right. So what made you?
What made this match made in heaven?
I mean, it was. I mean, even they'll tell you it wasn't like a match made in heaven because I almost blocked my own blessing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I almost blocked my own blessing because I was looking at the outer surface like, oh no, it's 5 of y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's only one of me. You get what I'm saying? And
So
I
you weren't
was
looking at
not.
them as a whole. You're looking at 5
Yeah,
different
I'm looking
personalities.
I mean, in our reality, that's what
Right.
it was. It was it was 5 of everything. 5 of everything. But again, it was for my own selfish reasons. I was looking at it like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was God again. He set it up. And again, it was just me being obedient, because I told him no 3 times.
Really?
Like 3 different occasions.
So they came to you 3 times.
Oh, they was down on me. I don't know what they seen to me. Like sometimes I be wanting to like be on the outskirt and look in like, dang, because they seen something.
Right.
And that 3rd time I think they was like, well, I don't know. She must ain't it.
So what made them ask you though, and then to ask you 3 times? You know how most people like hang on the bag or hang on the bag. This one, so it was almost like they was pretty much
It's
pulling
God.
on you.
I can't even
Just kept
tell
yanking
y'all.
on you.
So the thing was, we were both part of this organization called Fresh Empire. So they were working for Fresh Empire, and I was the promoter for the nonprofit. So when I would come in, it was pretty much team parties, and the kids would get in for free, and we would bring down different B and C list artists, and they would set up the events and they would break down the events.
Okay.
So this one particular event was a dance competition, and the organizer allowed them to actually participate in the dance competition.
Okay.
So they participated in the dance competition, and I was just doing my thing. I was just sitting back. I packed the venue out that day with my group, because again, I managed a youth street team before I managed High Def.
Okay.
You know, so long story short, they would just always just check me out from afar. Like, dang, she looked like she would be a good manager. They never had spoken to me or anything. They would just see that I was the person bringing all the kids to pack out the event, and I would just sit back and observe, because it was nobody for me to talk to there, because they were all kids.
Right.
You know, so they performed at this dance competition. So I actually walked up to them, and I'm like, oh my God, you guys are a wealth of talent, you know. But me just being myself, like, I compliment people all the time.
Right.
And so they took it as, shoot, she must want to be our manager. But at that time, it was like I was going through a rough patch in my life at that very time. And that was the last thing I was thinking about. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted them to know that y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Like, seriously, y'all are great. And I gave them my card, just giving them my card, networking. And so that's what initially made them be like, oh, okay, well, we about to hit her up and see if she want to manage.
So they was
us.
really networking.
Yeah, they were networking. They were,
Yeah.
and it's so funny because they had a manager prior. You know what I'm saying? They had a manager prior. But I guess it was a man, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it won't exactly what they all, you know,
What they needed.
They needed at that time. So I guess they wanted to try it again.
Yeah.
You know, so what I will say about them is they understand that their worth and their value. They know they have something, and I'm talking about early they knew that. You know what I'm saying? That's why, again, I'm just grateful. So how it all panned out, about a month or two later, one of my direct people reached out to me, and they was like, Amber, I'm looking for some dancers for this music video. And I'm like, dancers? And it just rung a bell, like, damn, these dancers been hitting me up the last couple of months. Let me get there. So I go in the back room and I hit them up. I'm like, hey, y'all, what's up? Y'all still looking for a manager? And they like, yeah. So I'm like, have y'all ever charged anybody to like be in a music video? And they was like, no, not really. And I was like, man, we're gonna sit down, meet me here. I'm gonna have a little contract and some little stuff I wrote up at the time, because this was before I had any capital to pour into any lawyers or anything. So I wrote something up, we met, and we just locked in right then and there. So our first engagement, like, it won't no $1 million, but we came in making a couple dollars, like off the muscle. And so from that point on, it was just all she wrote, and we freaking went viral like 5 months after, you know, within me managing them. So like everything happened
on what
fast.
Video?
The new freezer challenge.
Oh,
it was actually two.
Them then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was actually 2 videos. So what happened was the Michael Jackson video went viral first. And it went viral off of Tony May's page on Twitter. And so he calling me like every 5 minutes, like, Miss Amber, it's another 1,000, it's another 1,000. So then they hit 1 million. So he's so ecstatic, and I'm like, man, post another video, because I want to see, is it that video that's going viral, or is it your page?
Right.
So he posted this new freezer video, and we woke up the next morning, and I'm talking about that thing had went crazy. Like it did something. Like, honestly, they are the pioneers of like the dance challenges and all of that. Like, I mean, prior to like the mannequin challenge, they as far as that was something that was strategically done. This wasn't strategically done.
Right.
They were the first to ever just like wake up and have millions of views. Chris Brown posting it, and Rich the Kid, which was the song that they went viral off of, he took it as a joke at first. He like, oh, look at this corny, you know what I'm saying? Like, he like played the situation. And to this day, man, we changed that man's life, man. We put the world on the wave. High def. You
Yeah, I
feel
know
me?
that's
Like
right.
we put the world on a wave. But it's cool because, you know, it was early. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying? And
mhm.
I always say, like, even just like thinking about it now, like if them people would have gave us hundreds of thousands of dollars, like we wouldn't still I don't feel like we would still
Yeah,
be together to this day.
Yeah.
You don't think
You
so?
know, nah, not at all.
And
Because it was kind of early right off the
It
top.
was
You think
just
it would have fell
early.
apart?
Like, I mean, and it's just it ain't even about it being early. Like because okay, everybody was young, but
Mm,
you know, like money. You know how people be like, the money is the root of all evil.
mhm.
So
It's
I don't
not.
believe that. You
Me
know what I'm
either.
saying?
Me either.
It's
Neither.
the love of money.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
That's what the
saying?
Bible
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, and I just feel as if at that time, like everybody coming from nothing. You
Mhm.
get what I'm saying?
It's like all of a sudden they get some money. It's like, oh, okay, they're gonna do their own thing because now they got money. It might not have just worked because everybody would try to be. And then would have been five of them, you know, and then they
It
was
just would have
young.
been
It
different.
would have been different.
So he made us work for it. We were able
Yeah.
to leverage that situation. We still leverage it to this day. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? We able to use that as our little, you know what I mean? That's our little card in the pocket. And
Yeah.
so we've been to like the BET Awards. You know, we like literally traveled the world with this thing.
Okay.
Just because of that video.
So
Oh.
let me ask you this. So I get you with high def. What is it? I know you said that you know God is ordering your steps and whatever He has for you. That's the way you're gonna go.
Right.
We know that.
Absolutely.
But what is it something that's on your agenda that you want to do? Besides, I know you want to do the thing with the kids. But in addition to that, is there anything else that you're trying to set up or trying to veer into that lane?
Yeah, I mean, I want my own center. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, but again, it's just so what you saying, the kids. So it's like it's kind of deeper than just the kids. You get what I mean?
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, I always got my money with my peers. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
so I just feel like God put me in a position where my passion is to serve the people,
Mhm.
but my purpose is to serve the people, but my passion is the kids. And so the thing is, I feel like I tend to run away from my passion. You get what I mean? And like again, I'm that kid who grew up without anything. You feel me? Like
Okay.
no guidance as far as um like, hey, come up with a dream, Amber, and we're gonna, none of that. So
Right.
I want to be able to provide that, not just myself, because it's definitely gonna take more than me. But
Yeah.
it's and I really don't want to go too much in depth with
Right.
it. You get what I'm saying? But it's some stuff that's already in the works, you know what I'm saying? But the youth, it ain't even about the kids, it's just the youth in
Youth in
general.
general,
Like
okay.
that's what I gotta do. I can't, and that's why I had to sacrifice the nightlife. I had to sacrifice all this stuff so I could really hone in on what really matters and what makes me happy. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like I ain't like money. Like it come and go.
Come and
Yeah,
go.
Like,
it
you know what I'm
does.
saying? It's a tool. You know
It
what I'm saying?
is.
That's what I use it as, a tool. And I'm just thankful. But outside of just the kids, just traveling,
Okay. So
just seeing more of the world.
how important is networking to you? Or
Oh,
do you think is actually beneficial?
oh yeah, it's everything. It's everything. It's the key ingredient to success. Like, there's no way you're gonna be successful. Like you can have all the money in the world
Mm-hmm.
and be a nobody. You know what I'm saying? You can have all the money in the world and not love yourself. You can have all the money in the world and not understand value. But with networking, it puts you in a position where you're able to pivot and you're able to rub shoulders with not only like people on your level but higher. So when you're dealing with people that's like in a higher position than you are, you know what I'm saying, have potential to have a like a longer reach, they don't do nothing but put you in a position where they're gonna bring you up to where they at, especially
Yeah.
if they trust you. So like me, I'm gonna use my situation. So like Kimberly, right? Kim Wimbush, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? That's my big sister. That's my mentor. I love her to death, right? So the thing is, some people, or not even people, but I look at it like with her, I don't think she like pours into me because I'm Amber Hurley. Like
Right.
she pours into me because she sees my work ethic and she see
Mhm.
that like I'm already on her way. So let me help accelerate her.
Right.
You get what
Right.
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I get that. That makes sense.
Yeah, like that's why I say I'm gonna use my situation.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But and I do the same thing. Like, you gotta kind of lift as you climb. Like you really have to put people in position. But networking is everything. Like you can't go around networking. You know what I mean? Like seriously. And even if you got all the money in the world, you ain't gonna do nothing but pay somebody to network for you.
Yeah, that's it.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And I kind of suffered with that early because everybody knew my name,
Mhm.
but they didn't know who I was. I couldn't put a face card with Amber Hurley. So
Yeah.
like I'd be meeting people. I was like, oh, that's you. I'm like, yes, that's me. I'm her. You get what I'm saying? But it's not like networking. I mean, how do you feel about networking?
For me or Miss Go Getter?
You don't want to ask the question.
Don't try to put me on the spot, y'all. But anyway, I think it's cool. I'll say early on, I didn't do a lot of networking, but I'm realizing that networking is the key because a lot of times, especially like now, it isn't more so about your ability. It's about who you know
Yeah, it's
now.
your
Yeah.
reach, man.
It's your reach,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah, I agree with that. Because I didn't do a lot of networking either. Because for one, I don't like to really talk to people.
I can't tell.
right. And you know what? But you know what? I
But
can
seriously though,
say
I didn't.
She
So it's like
didn't.
I wouldn't really talk being in the room with people or
Right.
even being around other people and stuff. I wouldn't really talk. So I didn't really get the full benefit of networking.
Understood.
If you're in a room with people but you're not talking to them, then you really just sit in a room and
in
waste
the
your
room,
time.
yeah, you in the way.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they still don't really know who you are and what you have to offer. You really don't know who they are and what they have to offer you.
Yeah.
So it was like a waste. So with me not really talking to people,
Mhm.
and I would go to events, but I'm not talking. I'll go listen, get up, and I'm gone.
Yeah.
So
that was like-
weird. That was
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
So me, okay, so I would
Yeah.
consider myself, at this stage, at this stage of my life, I would consider myself like a networking guru. Like,
Go ahead, go
yeah,
ahead.
I
You
would
know what?
consider
I was
myself
gonna,
like a
I was gonna do
networking guru.
the applause, but see, you done missed me with that one.
Yeah, it's all good
Because she's always doing networking.
Yeah,
Just like
she is.
mention them networking, just like your VA women hustle
Virginia
harder.
Hustle Harder.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
about
Yes,
that.
hustle harder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all actually again, and that's a baby. It's
I can't
something,
tell.
right? But
It's like Wi-Fi right now.
yeah, because
Yeah.
you ever heard somebody be like, yeah, like anything I touch, it turns into gold. I mean, essentially, that's how I feel because anything I do, I give it my all. I'm
Mhm.
like in it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm not sidelining or putting people in position to make it bigger than what it is. Like I'm hands on everything. And that's something I have to work on. I do want to be able to delegate a little more. But anybody who in the business, they know like, just trust is always a
trust
big
is an
deal.
issue.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And now we live in an era where like nobody wants to work. You get what
Exactly.
I'm saying? So
Nobody wants to work.
it's just like but just to answer your question, like I don't know. Like I know that in due time, I can be I want to be able to sit back and just observe. Like
Okay.
literally, I'm gonna still touch everything and it's gonna be gold. But with Virginia Females Hustle Harder, which I got the shirt on right now, guys, and they're
Oh,
coming.
I didn't even notice you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
This
saw
shirt
it.
on.
and they're
Yeah.
coming. They're coming. They're gonna be coming by the truckloads. Believe me. So I need everybody to tap in. But and shout out to Latricia. This Thursday we have this is the third dinner. So right now, how I'm setting it up is each month is a different female in this area who either is a gatekeeper, a trailblazer, you know what I'm saying, like a pioneer in their industry, just somebody rubbing shoulders. Cause it could be somebody like yourself, like you said, you just now starting to network. So it's so many people who you haven't been exposed to, which I mean, it could be a good thing. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, I feel like this dinner, this platform that I'm building up with the Virginia Female Hustle Harder is just a way for us to honor and uplift each other. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And just show that recognition because it's power in numbers. And women is running the world. Like You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Hands down, eyes closed. We running this shit. And I just feel like as far as Virginia go, like we the wave. Like Virginia is it, but I feel like it has a lot of division.
Yeah,
And
that's true. It's
again,
cliquish.
it's very cliquish. So I feel like I can be the glue, you know what I'm saying? And like I always try to tend to be. And I just want to put us women in the forefront, you know what I'm saying? And it's so dope the way it's set up. So
It is, but let me give you my opinion. And
Okay.
we're unapologetic and unfiltered.
Yeah, I'm all
It's,
ears.
it's definitely a good thing. I just think that, for those who don't, it still can become cliquish
Yeah,
because we have a
yeah.
tendency to invite the people that we deal with instead of reaching out to people that may patronize us or people that may follow us or whatever to bring them in because they may be like Miss Go Getter and myself, how we used to be, not come to networking events because sometimes, like I said, they're cliquish and people be like, well, I don't want to go because I don't I don't like the way they talk, or when you go, you feel alienated. How can we get those people to come
Right.
that wouldn't normally come?
Because if you had the same people that know each other and then they invite and then they all sitting here talking, but you have someone that's coming, like myself, they might come out and they
Right.
might not know the people over here. So now they just sitting there.
Well, okay, and I'm glad you guys are bringing that to my attention, because we don't want it to go that way, And again, it's still in the early stages of it. So me personally, the way I want to do it, like, and I haven't even rolled it all out yet.
Right.
You get what I'm saying
Right,
to the
right.
people. So the person who I have next month, which is Viola, she owns Bruce Braids.
Mhm.
She like again. So if I put people in position, so the thing is, you have the person who hosts the event.
Right.
So the person who hosts the event has to honor 3 to 5 women.
Mhm.
You get what I mean? That's essentially not in their lineup, like not in
Right.
their day-to-day contacts.
Right.
So even for this, and this is a prime example right here with Latricia. So Latricia has it this week. So originally she was doing like her
Her crew.
team, her crew,
Mhm. Mhm.
So I say, you know what? You got to go outside. You got to go ahead and use your reach now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying? And
right.
Right.
so she was like, "Oh, okay." And she did it, right?
Mhm.
And she hit me back. She was like, "Amber, thank you so much. Oh my God, I made all these women date." Like, you get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because it was the unexpected.
Right.
So, and that's what I'm trying to create right now.
Mhm.
The unexpected.
Right.
You get what I mean? And it's it's not like I am handpicking everybody who hosts it, because if somebody, but it's not like I want you to come to me and be like, "Oh, I want to host the dinner," neither. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm going to do my thorough research on you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just, I don't know. I'm definitely gonna take in. I want to create like a committee for this
That's
thing
what I
and
was gonna
all
say,
that.
yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
like seriously, it ain't.
Mhm.
This ain't no money making strategy or nothing. Like, this is literally us,
Pouring,
Pouring
pouring
back
and
into each
and
other.
honoring each other and uplifting each other and recognizing each
Mhm.
other. You get what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at with it. Because you doing August, right?
Mhm.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. So have you started getting your women together who you gonna
No.
honor?
Nope. I'm gonna start though. I'm gonna start probably maybe at the end of this month.
So y'all look
Maybe
out
this-
for that.
maybe in August.
Dinner
I'ma
with
start in
Miss
August.
Go Getter, Virginia Females Hustle Harder. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. But even the one that Capri had
Capri was
last
lit.
month, it was
That
lit.
was lit.
It was really
Capri
nice.
did that. I
It
ain't
was
gonna
really
lie. Like, I'm
nice.
talking about, she had a packed
Yeah.
house. And again, see, Capri is somebody I don't do business with on the
Right.
day to day. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? We don't even have just regular conversations. Like, I see her grinding and she
Mhm.
see me grinding.
Mhm.
And I recognize that.
Respect the hustle.
Yeah.
Right. Respect the hustle.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it was dope.
But it was nice though.
because like the women she had on her lineup, I didn't know them.
Yeah.
You get what I
I
mean?
didn't know them either.
So again, I just think it's gonna be major. It's
Yeah.
gonna be major. But we have to come together, and just
It's
not
a
just the
must.
women, like the
Yeah.
men,
Yeah.
us together, like the youth. It we have to come together, because if we don't, man, like
I definitely agree with you,
Mhm.
Amber, and I think the name alone, Virginia
Virginia
Females
mhm.
Hustle Harder, is
Mhm.
catchy too. And I do agree, everybody needs to come together. But once they see that we're actually coming together and we're staying connected after the event,
That's really what it's
That's
about.
what it's
that's
about.
when everybody, around us will start catching on and start latching on. and if they really want to be about
Then
something
we
or
can
do
start
something.
collaborating with these other major cities. I mean,
Absolutely.
states. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah.
The Atlantas, the New Yorks, the Chicago's, like,
Right.
because it's women out there that's running that,
Right.
But with Virginia females hustle harder, like, I want to tap into like the politicians, the real estate agents, like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Even corporate America,
Mhm.
they don't actually have to own their own business. Long as they're literally like an expert in their industry, yeah, well, I'm open to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So what is okay? Everybody want to know. I want to know. I'm sure Ms. Go Get It wants to know.
What you want to
What?
know?
Like what do you do in your spare time? Like who are you? Are you involved? Like what's going on in your personal business?
Oh, so my personal business, I mean, I'm in a relationship
Okay.
Okay.
real bad.
Oh,
Real bad, not real bad.
not real bad.
Not real bad.
A real,
Yeah.
y'all. She didn't mean bad in a
Okay.
bad way. It's
No,
actually a
they
good
know
way.
what I mean.
Yeah, it's in a, it's
Yeah.
definitely in a good
Y'all
way.
heard, y'all seen the Carisha little episode real
I
bad.
did
Yeah.
see that.
I really
Um,
didn't. I kind of like saw little clips of it on social media. People were
sorry.
reposting.
Nah,
But
but I'm in a
anyway,
relationship.
okay.
And
So you still hustling and grinding, and then you have your relationship. Now, do you find that your relationship can kind of interfere sometimes with what you're trying to do?
not at
Okay.
all. I mean, again, it's just understanding. Like, I feel like I'm a person, like, I'm big on value.
Mhm.
I'm huge on respect, and
Mhm.
character is everything. So with
Yeah.
all of that, you know what I'm saying, you have your process, and then you're gonna get your results.
Mhm.
So me personally, well, I'm blessed. My partner, go just as hard as me, if not harder.
Okay.
So and we understand each other's positioning. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? We
that's good.
respect
That's
each
good.
other's positioning. So
Yeah, because he
That's
has
good.
he
I
has
like
to
how
be
you use
secure.
that, though.
Yeah, he has to be secure in who he is as a man to
Right.
be, because you're out around, a lot of people and stuff, and people are
absolutely.
constantly, tugging on
Yeah,
you.
but
So
he know what's up. Like,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
yeah, we got a couple years in. This ain't nothing new. We true to this. Okay.
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 All right. Then.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely understand. So it's just so much we could talk about with you. Like we would need like 2 hours because like I keep saying, like you're in such a small package, right?
Right.
But you're desirable to a lot of people. Why?
Right.
But why do you? Before we go, why do you? Because I want to know that myself. Why is it that people want to gravitate to you without even having a conversation with you?
Is it because you're a Leo?
I think so. You
It
know what?
might.
You hit it. And you know
You
what?
know
She's
we
one
the
day out of
best. You know we the best.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, that though. I mean, my Leo status plays a big part. I'm sorry, guys. You do the research. Do your research. But honestly, I might sound very redundant, but it's just the way you treat people, man.
Yeah.
You treat people well. People pay attention to how you treat other people. It's not even how you treat them, it's how you treat other people. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
I agree with that.
and I just always come as my authentic, genuine self. I'm genuine. Like, I don't have time to get nobody to run around. I don't have time to play in nobody's face.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
I'm too busy for that. Like, I can't even be like, I'm too busy for that. But can you answer the question? Because I mean,
Yeah, who answered the question?
you.
Answer what the question I just asked you?
Yes.
What did I ask you? I asked you
What you
Ain't no
asked
way.
me? Ain't no way.
I asked you why do people want to
Be in her presence.
be in your presence?
Yeah.
But
So
when
I
you
mean,
answer that question for me, for you,
yeah.
I would say I don't know. You know how like some people, when they're in a room, it just certain people just stand out. And you're
Okay.
just one of those people.
Right.
Like
That's what
um,
High Def said.
yeah, and it's like what's so crazy, well, it's not crazy, but what's so funny is that, like me, you can see me 5, 6 years from now. I'm gonna still be the same, still look the same, still,
Right.
but like with you may have different hair, maybe different,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a difference about you. And I guess it's people just see something different and they just hone in on it. I don't know, but that's
Yeah,
just my.
but
my
it go
take on
back
it.
to the game. Like, like I said, you have to reinvent yourself. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You have to rebrand yourself. You can't. You
Mhm.
think I've been able to be in this thing since 2008 if I just stayed the same?
Right.
You
That's
get what
true.
I'm saying?
That's true.
Like,
That's
it's
true.
no way possible. You feel
Now,
me?
what would you say to someone who is trying to get their feet in some of the same waters as you, whether it's promoting, being a manager, or just being in the entertainment field altogether? What would you say to them to encourage them to keep them, keep them wanting to keep them going actually?
I would just the advice I could give them, just whatever you do, give it your all. You know what I'm saying? You just got to give it your all. Like, you cannot scale the next person's success off of your success.
Right.
You feel me? You can take, like, you could observe and you can study and be inspired, but you cannot. Dang, I get the bomb on that one. Okay,
No,
listen,
that,
but
that,
you
that was a, that was
can't.
a good bomb though.
Yeah, but you can't, like you just gotta give it your all, and that's in anything. You feel me? You gotta. A lot of people, they live in the past, and you got some people that live in the future,
Mhm.
but you gotta live in the present. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
That's
live for today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, in a basketball game, you got 4 quarters.
Right.
In life,
Mhm.
you on borrowed time. You
Mm.
feel me? So
Yeah.
you just gotta live for the moment and in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want that luxurious car and that mansion and all of that. But what are you doing to get there?
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
You feel
That's
me?
that's what they're missing.
Right.
They're missing what the actual the what it is you need to be doing and actually physically doing it.
Absolutely. And like with social media, it don't make it no
No
easier.
easier,
No,
no.
not at
Because
all.
on social media, only thing everybody looks like they doing a lot, especially if you feel as though you're not doing enough or you're not doing anything at all.
Facts.
It's gonna look like
And so,
everybody's
like,
doing a lot.
So like with me, I'm gonna be honest, like, just to even like talk about my relationship, like, I don't, when you in a space game, they, you get your cards that you're
Mhm.
dealt,
Right.
but you either gonna play your cards right or you gonna show your hand. You feel me?
Right.
I just play my cards right.
Exactly. That's what you're supposed to do.
I can't show my hand, and I definitely can't show you my whole hand
Yeah.
because I got, like, everybody has haters and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I have, like, a couple that's been pointed out to me. They're like millionaire haters. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like,
Ain't on
little
you.
old me, I am nowhere in your tax bracket,
But it
lady.
goes back to what you said.
It's like I'm not even in your
I'm
tax
not
bracket.
even in your tax bracket yet. You feel me?
Right.
But my heart is so full.
But it
You
goes
feel
back
Yeah.
to
me?
what you said earlier, though. It doesn't matter, about the amount of money. Like,
No.
some
Mm-mm.
people are just they aren't happy for whatever reason.
Yes, man. I don't get that. That's why I tried to come up with, like, Excel in the entertainment. So when you look at it, it say excellent. I came up with, all of these companies, but Amber Hurley was the only thing that stuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, not even sometimes, I feel like Amber Hurley, like, the brand is way bigger than the person.
Mhm.
You feel me? So now I gotta scale up,
Mhm.
but the
Yeah.
brand is there. Like, Amber Hurley, she it, I just gotta, get there. Like, my name is here and I'm, like, right here.
Yeah.
So some way I gotta find that balance.
Yeah.
It's
You
just,
know?
but
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say it's a balance. I would just say that it's just, your study climbing up to it.
Mhm.
So, and when you're climbing, you're learning
get
and you're
there.
growing and all
And
that
I'm
stuff. So,
enjoying the
yeah.
process because that's
Right.
what it is, your process.
Because you're learning during that process and it's making
Absolutely.
you better so you can get there.
Yep. And then if I haven't done anything in this last 6 months, I'm understanding value every day. Every day.
Mm.
How let me ask you this before we go.
Okay.
What is loyalty to you? Like, how deep is loyalty to you, for you?
So loyalty, which I really haven't spoke on that, but because again, it just goes back to character. But loyalty is everything. Like, loyalty, for one, I don't. So it might seem like I deal with a lot of people because I'm, like, in the people's eye. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, in the face. But I have, like, a extremely small circle. I have a circle and then I got my aligned tribe. That's two different things. You get what I mean?
Mhm.
Explain, please.
So, like, my circle, my team, that's one thing. right?
Mhm.
Then I have the people that God aligned me with to elevate and enhance me. But he didn't just send them all at one time.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? Like he'll send a person here, he might send a person here. And I just gotta again understand the value of what that person can provide for me and what I can provide for them. But I just try to everything I do, I try to keep it professional, and I'm like nothing is a secret. I'm just like a private person because I do
Right.
so much,
Right.
and at any time somebody will try to use that card against you.
And that's true.
You get what I mean?
That's true.
So
So some things you do have to keep private. You can't just lay it all
like
because
a lot of things, and that's the funny
Yeah.
part because every time I see somebody, they be like, "Girl, you be everywhere, you do everything," and I was like, "Lord, if y'all do it all, Jesus Christ," you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you really do it all,
Exactly.
But loyalty is just a big deal, man. And I could be the one to say it, like, a lot of people in this area suffer with loyalty.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, and I'm thankful that I'm aware and I can hone in on that. You get what I'm saying? And I can learn from other people's mistakes. So that way I don't have to make them same mistakes. Just by opening up to any and everybody.
Exactly. And you shouldn't though. I don't feel like you should have to open up to everyone. No.
Nah, not even. So but yeah, loyalty. I mean, how do you feel about loyalty, Miss Go Getter?
Pretty much
Oh,
the
Lord.
same.
I want to
What?
know because you're a Leo,
Yeah,
gang.
Yeah.
What's up? And that's a bit like
Right.
that's
But I'm
like
saying I
real.
think loyalty is a big deal. And that's my whole issue. Like what you were saying, I can relate to what you were saying because my whole issue is one, I'm not going to lay out all my cards and tell you everything,
Dang.
especially because some people they will come back and use that. You know what I'm saying?
Will.
You're laying out stuff and you're telling them stuff. But I also look at stuff like this too. If I'm talking to you and we supposed to be cool or whatever, but if I see how you do all your others,
Yeah,
then
that's
that kind of
exactly.
like let me know to stay
Character.
in my lane and not tell you
Character.
everything because I already see. And then I have a thing with when you talk to everyone and you tell everyone everything,
Right.
and then you're also telling everyone not everything pertaining to yourself,
Right.
but everything pertaining to
Everybody,
others.
yeah, for
Then
sure.
I have an issue with that because it's like, okay, no.
So
So
you pay attention to detail.
yeah, I do. I pay attention to the way you say stuff. I pay attention to the choice of words you use.
Absolutely, body
You
language,
know,
all of
body
that.
language, all of that. So it's like the energy. If I catch all of that, then I do. Now that doesn't necessarily say, "Oh, I'm not going to talk to you," but I do.
You just know how to talk
I
to that
do
person.
do one of these things.
Oh, for real.
You
You ain't
know?
never hit me with one of those, so I'm
No,
alright.
because
Yeah,
no,
you
girl,
you gotta
you
be
know,
all right.
you know, you cool. But seriously though, but it's just the. Because it is. It's like at some point, if I'm talking to you, why would I think that you would be loyal to me? I can tell you something,
Right. Understood.
and you telling me everybody else is A to Z, and then you telling all yours A to Z. So clearly, you're not a refrigerator. So loyalty is a big deal to me.
Yeah.
It really
I think
is.
to us Leos, that's like
is.
one of the bigger deals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like,
'Cause if
yeah,
I can't trust you, what can I do with you?
That's my whole thing. What can I do with you?
Yeah.
All I can do with you is like talk a little generic stuff with you.
For sure.
But that's about it. That's about it. It ain't gonna be a whole lot of deep conversations. I'm not gonna go tell you my issues that I have going on and
Right.
all that. I'm not gonna share all that with you because I come out better just putting it in the Virginia palette.
Yeah. And me personally, so I do have a best friend. Shout out to Sheena. That's my dog, A1. We 20 years in. But I talk to myself a lot.
I do too. I plan everything.
I
I said that before though.
Yeah.
I said that before.
Yeah, and I don't
a lot.
even talk in my head, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I talk to myself. Like
I have a whole
I have
conversation.
to really, like, I guess it's like called the inner coach. You feel me? Like, you know how people will pay for a coach, which every coach needs a coach.
Exactly.
But I'm big right now and investing in not only in my brand, but just, like I'm investing in me.
Right.
Like, and at whatever dollar, like it don't even matter at this point, because what I'm understanding is like we'll spend money on food and just a whole lot of extracurricular stuff that really don't matter, but it's not really benefiting us. So with me now, I should say, okay, if I can spend money this way, well, I can go ahead and pour into this. Cause I mean, I have my strengths, but I have my weaknesses as well.
Right. Exactly.
So, right now I'm trying to strengthen my weaknesses. You get what I mean? But just to sum it up, like, yeah, loyalty is everything.
It
and,
is.
and I don't really trust many people.
That's me. I
you know,
don't.
Like, I
Everybody,
don't.
you don't trust? No,
Because
I
everybody
don't.
not for you.
It's
And they
not
will act like they for you. But they really not for
They
you.
will act like they're for you until it's time for them to show whether or not they're
Yeah.
for you or not, and
And
depending on
I
who they
deal with that.
around, and depending on who they around.
So I'll start. We all start on a step together. You know what I'm saying? And whatever step it is, like I remember the first time I met y'all. You get what I mean? It was recently.
Yeah.
But just so happened, like everywhere I look, we crossing paths.
Yeah.
So I know it's some type of alignment that God is really working out right now that we don't know about. That's why I said, what do my future hold? I don't know yet. Like, because it ain't on me.
Yeah.
If it was on me, I'm just gonna sit around and be like, no. No, because we as humans, it's only so much you could carry, but he'll give you that
extra strength.
Yeah, he will give you
the
that
extra arm that you need.
Yeah.
Like, how did I carry all of this?
Yes.
How did that happen? How did I do that?
Yes.
It won't you, boo.
It won't. It ain't. And I ain't taking none of the credit.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm understanding. I know what's going on.
That's right. We know
And
your
I'm
help come
grateful.
from. That's right.
Yes, I'm
absolutely.
grateful.
So we have enjoyed talking to you this hour and 16 minutes.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold up. Stop. Are you eating?
Yes, it sounds
Damn,
like
it sounds like you're eating.
I apologize. At least I'm eating a salad though.
Okay, good job.
But we are unapologetic. But and it would take you to catch that too.
Right.
Yeah, like,
That's
wait a
my
minute.
nerves,
I think the
man.
people heard that one. Girl.
Right.
I don't know. I think the people heard that one. I don't know.
Y'all can hear it because y'all have on headphones.
Oh, okay.
They could have missed it, but dang. But anyway, we have enjoyed talking to you. Okay, but before we go, can you please tell everybody how they can follow you on social media, like what you got coming up next and all that good stuff?
Absolutely.
All things Amber Hurley.
Yep. So if y'all can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everything, Amber Hurley Global. Amber Hurley Global. If y'all can follow High Def at highdef_HD, and that's on Instagram and Facebook. Both of our websites will be dropping soon. Again, that's something that's already in the works. So if y'all just follow those social media platforms,
y'all on TikTok.
TikTok official. Okay, so so you got to follow the individual pages as well, but highdef_HD is the group page. Then you got official G Smooth, which he's going super duper viral right now on TikTok. So if anybody need any type of promotion, please holler at us. Then you got Slim 19 19XX, and then you got King Forgo. And that's all on TikTok. So my guys are going super duper viral right now as we speak on TikTok. Bookings for High Def bookings at gmail.com. I mean, the world opening it up right now. I mean, COVID is still alive and well. Shit, I'm about to start wearing my mask again because every time I look left and right, but the world is opening up. So with that, we got to take full advantage of that and just get back on these big stages. But I'm excited, y'all. So follow us as far as what's coming next. Only God can tell us that, but it's some major stuff in store. So if you follow those social media platforms, you will stay up to date on what's next.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's go get
Then that's one thing about it though. She's not really telling nobody really what she know is up next.
Yeah.
You know how she keep giving it really generic. And
you can't tell everybody everything.
You can't.
Man, do you know who you dealing with?
Exactly.
Oh,
baby.
okay.
I know, honey.
I know shade, y'all. I love y'all. Big hearts. But hey,
can't tell everything.
I learned the hard way.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's go get it. What did you take away from tonight?
Nothing. No, I'm just joking.
I ain't worried. I made her weak, y'all. Look at her. She keep wearing this red lipstick. Right. Pop it out.
Look, she been talking about my red lipstick for a couple of days now.
Yeah, you pop it out.
But no, I took away from tonight. I learned even more about the Amber. That's what I call it. Yes. She's even in my phone as the Amber Hurley.
Oh wow.
I learned a little more about Amber. Amber's pretty deep. she's kind of deep. Like just talking to her on the surface, you wouldn't really think so, but she's really deep. She's really a deep person, and she always gonna come with a good conversation though. Always. Even when we was
Yeah.
at the show setting, it's like she's giving me this deep, good conversation. I'm like, girl,
Yeah.
just drink up and have fun. But
Right.
no,
We had a ball too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out
no.
to what was it? I Live Entertainment.
I Live
Man.
Entertainment.
They did
Yes.
that. Yes.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But Amber is actually a genuine person though. And then that
Thank
like
you.
she just said, what about me? No, your vibe is really genuine. Like, and she is a connector. You know, we call Kim the connector. You're the next
Absolutely.
connector
For
because
sure.
she's quick to like try to make everyone. She'll network with someone, but she's quick to introduce you and network with you too. Do you
For
know such and
sure.
such and such? Or do you know such and such?
And
Hey,
throw
such and
somebody
such, and such.
on
And-
your show.
And throw
Yeah.
them right on up there. Yes,
Hey.
she will. Like it's like
Hey.
she's always. We was supposed to be like kind of working Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, we was doing all the behind the
I was
scenes
trying to
stuff.
introduce her to people she already knew.
Right, exactly. I'm like, girl, I already know them. Oh, you already know them? Okay, well, what about this one over here?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So that's
But
Amber
I am
Hurley,
big
but
on that. You know what I'm saying? And I
yeah.
just going back to like my nonprofit, so I want to build leaders. So a
Mhm.
lot of people say leaders, you have to be a follower first, right?
Mhm.
I don't believe that. I feel like leaders create leaders.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So if you under a leader, it's not about following that leader.
Mhm.
It's about just that leader
Learning from that leader.
Yeah, like
You don't really have to
honestly,
follow them. You can just learn from
no,
them.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? So leaders lead, winners win, creators create. Like, and that's my motto. Like, we going local to global.
Yeah.
And shoot, I was so Virginia before I was global.
Yeah.
So like I was Virginia for 10 years.
Right.
So the last 5 years I've been going into this global. You know what I mean?
Right.
This
That's
global
That's good.
field.
Speaking
That's
into
growth.
existence. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I learned a lot from Miss Hurley herself.
Yes.
As she said earlier. What were you saying before that we started?
What I say?
Are you glad to be talking to her? And I was
Yeah.
like, who is her? She kept saying, well, her. Are you, you're gonna be sitting next to her and talking to her? And I'm like, who you talking like you? What?
She
was her.
She wished that hour and 21 minutes ain't went that fast.
Right.
But yeah, but it was good though. It was good.
Yes.
Good job.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I've learned a lot. I already knew that her vibe was unmatched.
Oh, dang, thank you. Thank you.
But I mean, I have a newfound level of respect for you,
Oh,
like in your
wow.
actual hustle. So,
Yeah, man, this shit won't giving.
yeah,
You hear me? It
definitely,
won't
definitely.
giving straight out the mud.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you for even, coming on and just chatting with us and letting everybody else be informed as to who you are. Because a lot of times people see people for just for the name or something like that, and they really don't know the people. So
Oh,
we
for
have people
sure.
come on. We want people to let their hair down and be
Mhm.
them, so people can see somebody else besides
Absolutely.
who they thought they knew.
Right.
So before we go, we always ask our guests, and you're no different.
Right.
How your time has been since you've been on Wait Again Minute podcast tonight?
Oh, so I've had a great time because honestly, I don't open up. I don't like cameras. I don't like microphones. Somehow, these two women got me to sit down on a podcast.
It was God. It was God.
It was God. It was God. Again, I'm being obedient, Lord. Thank you. But honestly, Wait Again Minute, man. This is like for real. This is my genuine, sincere self. Like, you guys are the fucking standard. You feel me? And y'all gotta just keep leveling up, keep elevating. You feel me? The sky's the limit, like in real time.
Real
And
time.
and y'all gonna, it's gonna be it's gonna be all worth it one of these days.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
I wanna know, what episode is this? What episode am I?
We
I
over
have no idea.
200. I don't
See, they stopped counting. Like, what?
we
Y'all
did.
need an assistant or something. What the hell? So, like, no, but in real time, like, you guys are the standard, man. And just for anybody who watching this interview and like, oh, I'm gonna get her on my podcast. Like, I'm telling you now, if it ain't something on this level or higher, don't hit me up, because I'm not talking to everybody. And I'm sorry, guys, if I'm not nothing. I'm blunt and I'm straight to it.
Yeah.
And I'm myself, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you guys definitely raised the bar. All like my team that been here, everybody's been here. I I get them to run around, to get me here, but I finally went all the way through it and executed this thing, and I feel good. I let my hair down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did.
So y'all just keep leveling up. I'm definitely looking forward to what the future holds for y'all and what God has in store for you guys as well.
Thank you.
We definitely
Yeah.
appreciate that.
And I want y'all to make a meal ticket off this thing.
I know that's
You know what I'm
Absolutely,
saying? Like,
absolutely. I'm
nothing less.
Absolutely.
Like international.
global.
Local to
Yeah,
globe.
yeah.
Yes.
That way. You hear me? So
Definitely.
I'm gonna follow up with y'all in about 6 months. I'm gonna come back on this thing, and we gonna hopefully, I just hopefully I'm gonna interview y'all next time. Y'all not
Okay.
interviewing me. I'm gonna
Okay.
interview y'all on y'all podcast.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We might can arrange that. Yeah.
Oh, word.
Yeah, we be
See? Closed mouth don't get fed, you
Yeah,
know.
right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So with
But
that,
no, it
being-
was a pleasure though. I appreciate you guys.
so with that being said, any final words for tonight, Miss Go Getter?
Nope.
The Amber
That's it.
Hurley.
I just wish my mom was here to like tune in and see this thing, because she know me, but
Right.
she, like when I watch y'all show, like everything is a big deal. So like I watch it on TV. I don't pull it up on my iPad or my phone. Like I watch it on TV. I like to look at everything in real time. You know what I'm saying? Bigger than life. But rest in heaven, mom. You know what I'm saying? We approaching her 1 year. Shout out to my team, High Def, Amari. I gotta get my nephew up here. Hopefully, I gotta send y'all some of his wardrobe, because we don't ask to be on nothing. But hopefully I can get my nephew up here, and just everybody, like just shout out to everybody, and friends, family, loved ones, supporters, haters. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all about to see a whole lot of Amber Hurley, like for real. We about to connect the dots on a whole nother level. It's all about the level up.
That's right.
Yeah.
So with that
That
being
part.
said, y'all know what time it is.
Oh, y'all putting it back on?
Yo, listen up, everybody. Have you heard the news? Got a brand new show that's breaking all the rules. Started out from VA, and now we on the move from local to
Global.
Yeah.
That's confirmation right there.
Yeah.
Cause we all we got. It's a cold, cold world, but we keeping it hot. With our future on the line, ain't no time to stop. All work over here, still we having fun. Yeah, we say it like it is.
Ain't no holding our tongue. Go get us on the team. Yeah, we getting it done.
And shout out to Travell, yo, you number one. It started with a dream that turned into a vision. To educate a new generations is our mission. Ears to the streets, yeah, we steady politicking. If it ain't about to change,
Mind your
Now
business.
wait again, minute. Wavy hands with it. Wait again, minute. Wavy hands with it. Now wait again, minute. Wavy hands with it. We top six like we all up on the ground with it. Now wait again, minute. Wavy hands with it. Now wait again, minute. Wavy hands with it. Now wait again, minute. Wavy hands with it. We top six like we all up on the ground with it.
Good night.
Good night.